I am so excited to welcome you to my very first episode of Designer Duels. This is a new interactive video series where once a month I will present to you 2 different designer items to duel it out, and you get to pick the winner. Let's go. Because this is our very first episode, let me take a quick minute to explain how this new video series will work. So once a month, I will present to you 2 different designer items, contestant A and contestant B. I will give you a fair and objective comparison between those 2 items. Then, this is where you come in. Step 1, comment down below which item do you pick as the winner and why. Why are you picking one winner over the other? I will feature select comments from this video in the next episode when I announce the winner. Step 2 for you to do is head over to my community page to officially cast your vote in my poll. I will link the poll in a pinned comment below. I will also link the poll in the description box. That's all you have to do to participate in this video. Number 1, comment below on which bag you choose as the winner. And number 2, officially cast your vote in my poll, which will be linked down below. In the next episode, we'll start out by announcing the winner of the previous episode based on the poll results, and then I will read some of my favorite comments from that video explaining why you all chose one winner over the other. I hope that all makes sense. If you have any questions, of course, please feel free to comment below and let me know if anything was confusing. Now, without further ado, let's jump into our very first designer duel. Welcome to episode number 1, the ultimate flat bag face-off. In this episode, we will be comparing the Chanel mini reissue with the Louis Vuitton mini Dauphine. There will be 5 different points of comparison. Number 1, the overall aesthetic of the bag, the available of different colors and materials, the size and what fits, the strap and carrying options, and finally, the price point. Let's dive right in with the overall aesthetic. These are both classic, iconic bags of Chanel and Louis Vuitton, respectively. Let's take a look at the mini reissue first. This is a very classic bag and the oldest bag style, I believe, available from Chanel. This was designed by Coco Chanel herself in 1955, hence why this is officially called the 2.55 style. The overall aesthetic is classic elegance, but this is also a very minimalist style. There's no obvious branding on the bag. Underneath the turn lock, it does say Chanel in very small letters etched in the bottom of the hardware, but they use classic elements of Chanel designs in this bag, the classic diamond quilting, the Mademoiselle lock, and the gorgeous chain. So this is classic elegance, but very understated. If you're not familiar with luxury designs, you would probably not know right off the bat that this is a Chanel bag. The Dauphine, by comparison, is again very classic and iconic, but a much more maximalist style. The classic version of this bag is in monogram canvas. So again, you have that LV print all over the bag. There are versions of this bag available in just plain leather that don't have the monogram branding on it, but a key component of this bag is the LV hardware, and even on a plain leather version, you will still have the LV logo in the center of the hardware. So this is still overall a bit more maximalist when compared to the mini reissue. Moving on to the next point of comparison, let's compare the availability of these 2 styles in various colors and materials. For both of these bags, there's a huge variety. These have been around for a very long time. The reissue, as I said earlier, was initially introduced in 1955. I believe this has been in continuous production since the 50s. The Dauphine is slightly newer. This was originally introduced in the 1970s. At some point it was discontinued, and then Nicolas Ghesquière tweaked and reintroduced this bag in 2019. So let's talk about the different colors and materials these are available in, starting with the mini reissue. As I said, this is typically available in leather. This is produced every season, not only in solid colors like I have here in black, but this is often brought out in metallic leathers, such as the Mermaid collection from a few years ago. This is also often brought out in fabrics in collections. I've seen these in the past in tweed, jersey, as well as denim. They typically either feature the diamond quilting or the chevron quilting, and they typically have no branding on the outside like this one. However, in some collections, there is branding on the outside of the bag. One that immediately comes to my mind is the graffiti collection that has Chanel written right across the front of the bag. And over the years, there have been various other collections with Chanel or the CC logo on the outside of the bag. For the Dauphine, again, very similar, but this tends to be with the branding and in special collections without the branding. So as I said in the first part, the permanent classic style of this bag is in monogram canvas, reverse monogram, as well as the regular monogram print, and a brown treated leather. However, this is brought out in almost every single collection, like the monoglam that I have here from 2013. This is a laminated jacquard fabric with metallic thread in it. You can also get this without branding in plain leather. In fabric, I believe all the fabric versions I've seen do have branding on them. So there's a really big variety, especially if you look on the resale market, of colors and materials available. Most of them are in the monogram canvas or monogram leather. Moving on now to the next point of comparison, the size and what fits. Of course, we are comparing these two styles in the mini size, the mini reissue, versus the mini Dauphine, but there is a pretty big size difference between these two. So let's compare side by side. The reissue is about a ½ inch shorter than the Dauphine. The length is just about the same, but the reissue, I don't know if you can tell, is slightly shorter. The big difference is in the width of these two bags, or I should say the depth. The mini Dauphine is, I would say, about a ½ inch to an inch more depth than the reissue. And that's one of the big differences between these two bags. When you look inside, the Dauphine has two separate compartments, so it is a lot deeper as compared to the reissue, which is only one large compartment inside. Let's take a look at that one now. There is a slip pocket or a zipped pocket in the back, but generally this is just one big compartment. However, the mini Dauphine can fit more. It's divided, but it is quite a bit larger, especially in the depth of the bag and a little bit in the height, so that does make a difference. I'll insert a cutaway here so you can see exactly what fits in one bag versus the other. Okay, and here's the mini reissue. Let's see what's inside. This is about as much as I would fit inside. I have the Louis Vuitton 6-key holder. I have a lipstick, a credit card holder. This is a larger business card style card holder. And I have a cell phone. That's the size of a regular iPhone, not a max size. And this is exactly what fits. Now let's compare how those items fit in the mini Dauphine. This is filled up, but it is not overflowing. As you can see from the side of the bag here, it's not stretched out at all. Almost all of the items from the mini reissue will fit just in the back half of this bag. I have the cell phone, the 6-key holder, and the credit card holder. All of that fits comfortably in the back half of the bag. In the front half, I just have various makeup items. You could additionally fit more in here, like an AirPods holder or a pack of tissues. I just didn't have those things handy. What I do have is 2 individually wrapped wet wipes, a compact, as well as, it's gonna be tricky here, a small mascara, lipstick, as well as eye drops. So all of those items fit comfortably in the mini Dauphine, and there is a little bit of room to spare. Now let's compare the straps and carrying options for these 2 bags. These both come with 2 different carrying options, shoulder carry and crossbody carry. So these 2 bags both come with 2 different lengths for their chain or straps. These are not adjustable chains. Neither of these have a buckle on them. For the shoulder carry, where the chain is doubled up or the strap is doubled up, these have just about the same strap drop. The mini Reissue is slightly lower than the Dauphine, as you can see here, and I won't be able to fit it in frame, but take my word on it, when you extend both of these, they are also roughly the same strap drop. There's 2 main differences between these. First is the style. The Reissue comes with a chain strap, whereas the Dauphine comes with a leather strap. The second main difference is the Reissue strap is non-adjustable and non-removable. So you cannot adjust the 2 length settings and you cannot remove the chain from the bag. The Dauphine is non-adjustable. You cannot change the 2 strap lengths, but it is fully removable. So on all the versions of the Dauphine, there's a clasp on the side and you can fully remove the strap. So you do have an option to attach a different strap of your liking or your preference to this bag instead of the one that comes with it. I almost forgot to add, some special editions of the Dauphine do also come with a chain strap. So some of the Dauphines come with 2 strap options, the leather strap as well as a chain strap. So that is another difference between the Dauphine and the mini Reissue. The mini Reissue does not come with any additional strap options. The final comparison for these 2 styles is the price point, and I will also talk about their investment value as well. I'm going to compare prices of these 2 bags in leather. I don't want to compare the leather price versus the canvas price, so let's look at leather. The current boutique price of the mini Reissue in leather is $4,900. The mini Dauphine in epi leather currently retails for $3,950. Again, this is USD for both of these prices. However, in terms of investment and resale value, the mini Reissue tends to hold on to its value more on the resale market. This is just my own personal observation from looking at these 2 styles on the resale market. The mini Reissue, when it does show up on resale, tends to go pretty quickly, and it tends to go for close to or even above the boutique price. The mini Dauphine, however, again, it does tend to go pretty quickly on the resale market. I see the mini Dauphine selling quicker than the larger size, the Dauphine MM. However, this does not hold its price as well on the resale market. I do often see this below retail value at resale. Now that we've had a chance to compare these 2 bags, I need you to explain in the comments below, which bag do you pick as the winner? Again, I will feature select comments from this video in the next episode when I announce this winner. Don't forget to also officially cast your vote for the winner in my poll. The poll will be linked in the description box as well as a pinned comment below. Again, thank you so much for watching my first episode of Designer Duels. Don't forget to click that like button, and if you're new here, please subscribe before you go. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye now.